Let's begin this power stance training with some warm-ups, beginning with the pump. We're just going to drop the hands down behind us, swing back up, exhale the breath as we drop, inhale lightly through the nose as we come up. Generate the movement from the legs and hips, let your shoulders and arms relax. Very good. Slow it down. Let's get ready for a stance training warm-up, just doing 5 stances from Kung Fu, moving through them quickly just to warm up for our major 5 stances. So number 1 is the horse stance, a wide leg stance with the knees bent. Then we're going to turn to the right, finding a lunge with the fists pulled back. Then we're going to turn to the center, shifting the weight to the left. Stance number 3 is a side lunge. Bring the right hand by your left shoulder. Then we're going to go into the cross-step stance. We're going to hop off that right foot, step it behind the left. You're going to lift your left hand up and press your right hand forward. So I'm mirroring you on all of these. And then let's step forward with the toes and bring the hands out in front of you. Come to the center and horse stance. Again, that's number 1, horse stance. Number 2, lunge to the left this time. Spiral fists. Side lunge, turn to the center. Shift your weight to the right. Bring your left hand by the right shoulder. Sink down if you can. And then cross step your left foot behind your right. Bring your right hand up. Press it down as your left hand presses forward. Pause by the elbow. Then we're going to step the left toes forward with no weight. Circle the hands and sink into the cat stance. And then stepping back to the center with your left foot, horse stance. We'll repeat one more time each side, this time a little more flow. Turn to the right, lunge. Turn to the left, side lunge. Cross step right foot behind. Press left hand down, right hand forward. Cat stance, right toes forward. Horse stance, center. Lunge left. Side lunge right. Cross step, left foot behind the right. Right hand down, left hand forward. Cat stance, left toes forward. Sink. And center horse stance. Good. Step your feet in, take a breath, raise your hands, and exhale, drawing down. Inhale, pull back up to the upper chest. And exhale, slowly press down. Once more, inhale up. And exhale down. Good. Now that we're nice and warm and limber, let's go into our full 5 stances. We'll begin again in horse stance, starting with some horse stance squats. So a nice wide stance, about double shoulder width. If you can, sink your hips down to the height of the knees. If you can't get that low without joint pain, then don't go that low. Your hands can be out in front of you or really anywhere comfortable. We're just going up and down with control, and then we'll pause in the horse stance. We're going to hold here. You can chamber the fists back by the rib cage. Pausing here, strengthening the legs, especially the inner thighs. Also strengthens the feet. Try to keep your feet rolled out, keeping the weight pressing towards the outer edges of the feet rather than the feet rolling in here. Great posture to build strength and stamina, build endurance and willpower. If you need more challenge, feel free to sink lower. Good, and we'll drop that one. Take a breath and exhale the hands down. Inhale up to the chest. And exhale, press down. Very nice. Next one is called the Iron Bridge. Very good for strengthening the core and spine and posture. We're going to bring the hands to the low back. Press the hips forward. Lean back. Tuck the chin back. And reach back through the crown of your head. Think of the body bending backwards like an arch bridge. For more challenge, you can take your hands off the hips, touching the thumb and first finger behind your sacrum. So your hands aren't helping support your back here. You only do that if you need more challenge and there's no pain. We hold here, perhaps to the point of visibly shaking. Sometimes this will activate really deep core muscles that we're not used to using, and these muscles will shake as we begin to activate them. We end with a release called washing your reflection in a pool of water. We do a splashing motion with the arms, bouncing in the knees, releasing tension across the back, especially between the shoulder blades, and you can let out a sighing breath or two here. Good. Come back up to the center. Very nice. Take a breath in. And exhale, press down. Good. Next, we're going to do a posture on the floor. It's a challenging variation of plank pose. We start with a moving variation. You can have your knees on the ground. They should be behind your hips, not directly under your hips. So just if you need it to be easier, knees under the on the ground. If you need it to be harder, take your knees off the ground. We're basically just going to start to do a walk, like we're crawling on the earth like an animal. One hand lifting up to the chest, the other hand touching the ground. Try to go with control, controlling the transition. And then we'll hold it as a one-armed plank posture, holding one hand in front of the sternum like we're praying. Maybe praying for this to be done sooner than later. Try to keep your hips and chest and shoulders relatively level with the ground. Let's switch hands. Holding one hand in prayer, the other hand on the ground. As level as we can with the hips and shoulders. Square to the ground. Again, knees on the ground will make this a lot easier, and might be a good place to start for most people. Both hands on the ground, traditional plank posture, strengthening the core, the shoulders. Holding here. Trying to keep the chest and hips at relatively the same height. So we're not dropping the hips way down or raising the hips way up. This will maintain the challenge on the core muscles. Very good one for posture. All right, you can drop your knees down, press out of it, walk your way back up any way that works for you. Take a breath in once you're up, and a slow breath out. Breath in, and slow breath out. Good. Bring your feet together, heels together with the toes pointing out. Palms face up by the belly. We're going to do a balance posture called the crane. It comes from animal Qigong. We cross the wrists, spiral overhead, press out to the sides, and find our palms face down at shoulder height with the elbows dropped. Then we're going to do that with a big forward fold, crossing the wrists, rolling up, spiral the hands up, shift your weight to one foot, lift the other knee with the toes pointed, covering the knee. Heel down. Again, we'll start with a moving variation. We fold forward, cross the wrists, roll our way up, spiral overhead, shift the weight, lift the knee, spread the wings, point the toe. Set it down. You can just breathe natural with this one. Crossing, rolling up, shifting, lift the knee. Toes are covering the knee of the standing leg. A little motion that comes from Kung Fu, protecting the knee from kicks. This one can be very meditative, so go through nice and slow. And finally, we'll hold the posture, strengthening the balance. Strengthening the hip flexor as we raise that knee. Strengthening the foot and hips of the standing leg. Set it down. We'll repeat, holding on the other side. Go through your flow. Open up. And hold. touch the ground once in a while with those toes. That's all right. You'll get better at this over time. And set it down. Fold your wings. Step it out. Let's take a breath in. And exhale to press down. Inhale. And exhale, press down. We'll begin to shake the body, preparing for our final posture, which is really a standing meditation called Embrace the Tree or Jianzhuan. We'll shake the body to clear any tension. Our goal with this next posture, at first it will build strength and endurance, but eventually it begins to build this mysterious energy or substance we call qi. And so eventually the posture will feel very effortless. We say the qi is what is maintaining our posture, floating the bones as the muscles can sink and relax and melt towards the earth. This is a powerful posture for building energy, improving the metabolism, increasing the amount of qi, life energy we have in the body. So let's slow it down, pause, feel your body, and then raise your hands up to the Embrace the Tree position. Our arms are round, like we're hugging a tree. Hands are chest height, elbows are dropped a little lower than the hands. The arms really aren't the important piece here. It's the parts that are harder to see. So here I'm tucking my chin back and lifting through my crown. I'm dropping my tailbone. I'm dropping my sternum, my front ribs down towards the pelvis. I'm expanding into my lower back. I'm soft in my knees. I'm spread in my fingers. They're not touching each other. I'm open in the armpits as though there's a tennis ball under the armpit. The breath here is natural through the nose, so the lips are closed. The tongue lightly touches the roof of the mouth. And the mind is simply soaking into the body like water soaking into a sponge. Hold this posture, watching but not interfering with our breath, aware of our body, and maintaining those postural points. Crown's floating up, the chin is tucked back, the sternum is sinking, the armpits are open, fingers are spread gently, front ribs are sinking, the tailbone is sinking, the knees are soft. And in the feet, the weight typically should be even between the heel and the toes. Sometimes it can build the qi a little faster if the weight is more towards the toes. And this can be a little more soft and relaxing if the weight is more towards the heels. But a good middle ground is in the middle. So balancing our mental activity between managing those postural points and simply being meditatively aware of the sensation of breath and body. You'll notice my hips are also a little glided back here. My chest is slightly forward of the hips. This is to prevent the hips from pressing forward, which is a common mistake in Qigong standing meditation. Just a little while longer here. Maintaining meditative awareness, even as the posture might be challenging or even frustrating, even as we might grow impatient with it. We simply stay aware, even aware of that impatience, that discomfort, and that urge for it to end sooner. And then it does end. We press down A very short standing meditation by Qigong standards. We'll go into a moving meditation, inhaling the hands up, exhaling down. We call this raising and lowering the Qi. Inhaling up, just starting with our most simple moving meditation. Exhaling down. Inhaling up. Then bringing the hands behind the head, over the face. Just breathe naturally. The hands are going to scan over the body, around the waist to the low back, down over the back of the legs, over the feet and up the inside of the legs. Your awareness is going to go wherever the hands are going. So the hands pass over the back of the head, that's where our awareness is. Over the face, our awareness is in the face. Chest, belly, waist, low back, back of the legs. Just gently moving awareness through the body, around the feet, up the inside of the legs, belly, back of the head, down the front. And there we'll release. And here we'll inhale, draw the hands up. Then exhale, palms face down, just move awareness downwards through the body as a whole from head to toe. This helps to sink the Qi. Inhale. Exhale, scanning awareness downwards through the body. Qigong, we call this Chen or sinking. Sinking awareness, helping to sink the Qi, to fill the dantian, the reservoir of energy in the lower abdomen. Bring the hands over that reservoir, over the lower belly. Step our feet in. We'll just relax for a few breaths, a few natural breaths into bamboo in the wind. Here, a standing and moving meditation. We just stand, relax the body. Allow it to rock and sway like one of these pine trees in the breeze. And we step out of the way of the harmonious flow and circulation of life energy. Simply observing the body, breath, and mind. Step back out, circle the belly with the hands. Gathering the life force to the dantian. Spiraling in the lower abdomen, below the navel to the dantian, the elixir field. And then with a deep breath and a sigh, release. And go about your day with more energy, more clarity, and a deeper sense of connection to your body and all of life. I hope you enjoyed that practice. If you did, make sure you are subscribed to this YouTube channel. I try to generate one of these beautiful routines out in nature per week. So if you're subscribed, and especially if you hit the notification bell, you're going to see those. If you'd like to train deeper with me, we have lots of options. You can head to my website, nickloffery.com, to see most of those. But essentially, we have live classes, a subscription membership, running classes Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays every week. I teach an hour-long class, and we provide replays for those classes. So you can subscribe to that on the website and join me live 3 times a week. I also have a teacher training program if you're interested in adding Qigong to your skill set and beginning to teach Qigong classes, whether in your community or online. This training is a 12-week program, and it runs online. You can find out more about it on the website, and you can get trained to teach Qigong from anywhere in the world. Make sure to head to the website, nickloffery.com, to see the next starting date. And finally, I do run retreats and workshops around the world, so also head to the website to check out our list of locations and dates. We'll be traveling next to bring Qigong to you in person. And also, when you do head to my website, we have a free beginner's Qigong course with 4 lectures and 4 Qigong routines to get you started on learning the deeper foundational principles of Qigong. So head to the website, enter your email address there. You'll get that free course, and you'll be on the email list to receive updates about all of our upcoming courses and events. Thanks so much for joining me, and I'll see you later.